May I be the first on the pledge to congratulate our new Foreign Secretary, our new Prime Minister, Theresa May, on her smooth transition from the Home Office to number 10. In Mrs May, the nation has a safe pair of heels, and the country can look forward to calmer waters after the storms and shipwrecks of these past few weeks. But already, the Greens, the Labour Party, such as it is, and the Lib Dems have all called for a snap election and put themselves on war footing, which puts me back into panic mode. Theresa May isn't the first person to have become Prime Minister without winning a general election to do so. In fact, she's the 14th. Yes, she is on record of accusing Gordon Brown, another PM who was crowned king without going to the country, of governing without a proper mandate. But that was before the Fixed-Term Parliament Act, dummies. Do I really need to spell it out? The last thing the country needs or wants is more campaigning, more hustings, more polling and more division. Let's all agree to have an election in 2020 and not a moment before.
Rachel, I'm a fan of Theresa May's, actually.
I'm sure she'll be delighted to hear that.
Yeah, she is. No, I'm sure she is.
She's waiting by the phone
yes,
for your congratulatory call.
She is. I will be. I'll be calling tomorrow. As a Labour supporter, you know, if that's our Tory leader, I feel comfortable with that. But I completely disagree with you because I think there is nothing like having the mandate of the electorate, of the people, not just the party membership, of the people, in terms of giving you confidence as a leader.
You think she's shown any lack of confidence over the past 24 hours?
It's too early to tell. It's too early to tell.
Don't forget she's been Home Office for 6 years or whatever it is.
That's not Prime Minister. I think it's too early to tell. And I think the difference is with everything we've got ahead of us, it's going to be a really tough time. And the minute we get into sort of really choppy waters, if she doesn't have a mandate from the people, that is not just in terms of common sense, that's not the time for her to call a general election.
Her only possible problem won't be about the people, it will be about having a too slender majority in Parliament to do what she wants to do.
Which is why she should go back. And, you know, as somebody who would not want the Tories to have an outright victory, she would probably get a much bigger majority. I think what I'm sensing, though, June, you really admit something, which is that what you really want is a general election to reverse the referendum result, and that's why you don't want a general election. Well, I would definitely want that anyway, but I think for her as a leader, it makes much more sense if she has the mandate of the British people, not just 190. Well, that's your cover story, forgetting what you want. Not just 190 Tory MPs.
You can't even find a leader, let alone fight an election.
Well, I don't want it right now. Once we're sorted, give us a year.
No, but you'll have Corbyn, by
the way. The great people of Great Britain have had enough of elections and referendums.
Says who?
No, you can. Says me, and I talk to them every single day on the radio show. They have had enough. Yeah. She's got enough time. Where I thought it was a masterful performance by both the outgoing and the incoming Prime Ministers this week, faultless, absolutely faultless, except for the extraordinary amount that she offered in her speech outside number 10, where she talked about people with emotional health issues, I'll be there for you, black people, people who've been misserved, black people who've been misserved by the justice system. By the way, I thought you were Home Secretary for the last 6 years, so surely you could have addressed that. Unemployed people, wherever else you might have looked. Boy, she's got a lot of promises out there. Let's hope she can hit all those.
Do you want to hear some of the things she said?
Which is why I think she should go and get the support from the public.
We will do everything we can to give you more control over your lives. When we take the big calls, we'll think not of the powerful, but you. When we pass new laws, we'll listen not to the mighty, but to you. When it comes to taxes, we'll prioritise not the wealthy, but you. When it comes to opportunity, we won't entrench the advantages of the fortunate few. We will do everything we can to help anybody, whatever your background, to go as far as your talents will take you.
Interesting, because in her first words, which will always be, you know, her first mission statement, what I see from that is her reasoning for not going to the country. She's taking in the Ed Miliband agenda. You know, she's taking on big business. She's looking at executive pay. She's looking at employees on boards. She's looking at the underprivileged.
And
it's
austerity.
very much saying this is government for the many, not by the few. The Notting Hill Tories.
That's what we want to hear,
Which is why, to sort of calm down everybody, it's going to be a broad church.
People, Rachel.
I would,
people decide
I would take a bet she will have an election within 2 years.
Which would be smart to do.
And I think to say now, we don't want one now. I think she's dead right.
I agree with you.
But I think she, at some stage, she'll get...
But what will take her to that brink?
She'd have to... there's a fixed-term
majority of only
30.
She'll have to reverse the fixed-term parliament.
Yes, you can.
Well, you can, but she'll have to get that through as well.
She'll have to get the parliament to vote for that.
Yes, but the opposition are always going to vote for that. They have to.
They're always.
The opposition can't say, no, we'd like you to stay in.
As long as Corbyn's out.
So then she's devoting all her efforts, instead of voting as to Brexit or whatever, she's fighting and fighting
but
and
I
fighting.
I think she'll find, exactly as you said, I think she'll find... as Cameron's found, a majority of 13 is quite small. You've only got to have 5 or 6 go the other way and you're in trouble. And I think she'll hold another election to get a bigger majority.
Exactly.
And she'll probably get it.
And she'll get it, which is why she should go to the people.
But I just want some stability now. I want some certainty. I want some stability. I want us to crack on.
I don't. I love
the country.
It's good for us. Twice.
Yeah, it's good for the
I just want you to go on and on.
And the ratings for Sky News have gone through the roof as a result of this.
What's really frightening is Tim Farron is now the longest-serving leader of the mainstream party. I mean, how the hell did that happen?
But we don't need all of this up in the air.
You do. It's great.
Oh, it's fun.
It's fantastic.
Come on, Michelle.
Come on, we've done Brexit.
Business likes uncertainty. The business likes certainty. The press love uncertainty. Media need uncertainty.
I think 2 things are interesting. First of all, if you look at the top 6 now in her cabinet, 4 of them went to state schools. And that is a big change.
That's a big change.
That is a change. The days of the old Etonians...
Was it Nadine
Sorry about
Norris
Boris,
who said
but, you know...
the posh boys had gone? Was that her yesterday, saying that the old posh boys have gone?
Well, I doubt that she would say
No,
that.
but she implied it in that
was.
speech.
Yeah.
But so the 4 of the top 6 in that cabinet are now state school kids.
That's great.
That's great.
Which I think is... And her agenda, clearly, when she outlined it...
She went to Tunbridge Grammar, didn't she?
Yes, they all went to grammar
schools. That as an echt state school, though.
Yes,
yeah?
it was a state
Of course,
school.
if we talk about their levels of education, there is one old Etonian still there. Yeah. Rachel, what have you said to Boris?
Oh, no, Nick. This is my week off.
No, it's not. You're sitting there right now.
No,
It's
my
to
week
Boris.
off. Congratulations.
It's fantastic,
of course,
isn't it?
yeah, absolutely.
Were you
wonderful.
surprised?
I think everybody was
bet he
surprised.
was.
Yeah, he was very surprised. Yeah.
Sensational news, though, isn't it? What's his gift, you suppose? What does he bring
I think
to the role of
it's
Foreign Secretary?
indestructibility.
He is indestructible.
Anyway, yes, so we don't want any more elections. We've all got what we want.
No, we haven't.
we
haven't.
None of us have
we
got
want
what we
an
want.
election within 2 years. We haven't
listen,
got what we want.
Listen,
we have
a
not.
period of calm, I think, will be welcome.
Yes,
even
which
for
we
you,
agree
Nick.
with.
Sure.
Which we agree with.
But
You
a
can't take the
period is how long?
adrenaline. What?
A period is how long? A year, 18 months?
Just over the weekend, I was
And after that, she would have to get a bigger majority.
Yeah.
Yes.
And a mandate from
Depends
the people.
how Brexit goes as well. It also depends
Well, that's
on
the
whether
other
we go
interesting
into
thing about her
recession.
cabinet. She's given the job
To all the
of Brexit to the
Brexiteers. Yeah.
Brexiteers
Good
and
for
said,
her.
guys, you wanted it, you try and sort it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a
love it.
big challenge for Sir Liam Fox and David Davis, particularly.
Do you think it's
You
a
sort
stitch
it.
up?
No, I'm not that Machiavellian. I think genuinely she said, you are the people who campaign for it. Yeah. You've got to try and
won
sort
it.
this.
Yeah.
This is
You
difficult.
won it, yeah.
It's your
This is
bad.
going to be
It's your
really
bad.
difficult stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.